Hi people, happy June, happy Pride Month. Welcome back to my channel, I'm Anja. So, as a cishet ally of the LGBTQIAP community, I thought it would be fitting for my first video of June to be my favorite Pride recommendations. So, that's great. And I apologize in advance for the traffic noise or anything. I'm sitting on the pavement in my neighborhood, so that's fun. So anyway, the first book on this list is a book that I mentioned pretty recently when I first teased this Pride video, and it is I Wish You All the Best, written by Deaver. This follows a non-binary teen who gets thrown out of their house when they come out to their parents, and they move in to live with their sister, whom they haven't seen in the past 5 years. I really like this book. I rated it 4 stars, I think, and it was just really solid, and it's the first book that I've ever really read about an NB person, and I just really liked it, and the representation was solid and realistic, I think. I can't really say whether or not it's realistic since I'm not NB myself, but I think that it was just really solid, and I really enjoyed it. And I don't think that Deaver, I think that Deaver is an NB author, so this is also an Own Voices book, if I'm not mistaken. So I think that they did a really good job portraying this story, and it was just so good. So yay. The next book on this list is called The Symptoms of Being Human, written by Garvin. This follows a gender-fluid teen as they deal just being a teenager, and they're not out to their parents yet, so that's fun. And they're moving to a new town, I believe. And yeah, I just really like this story. I really loved the story itself as well as the representation. Again, I Wish You All the Best, this is the first book that I've read about a gender-fluid teen. So the story was really solid, the representation was realistic and wonderful, and Riley as a character is just such a wonderful person, and I think that this book is really underrepresented. No, underrated. Yes, gender-fluid teens are also underrepresented, but this story is just so underrated, and I haven't really heard a lot of people talk about it. So I don't know, I feel like more people should talk about this book, and Garvin is an underrated author as well. So yes, I rated this book 4 stars, and it was a solid YA contemporary. The next book on this list is called Ivy Aberdeen's Letter to the World, and it follows Ivy Aberdeen as she feels displaced and ignored when her family of 5 is displaced by this huge hurricane. I really liked this book so much. I could have chosen any of Ashely's books for this video because I feel like the majority of her books, at least the ones that I've read, feature LGBT characters, but I picked Ivy Aberdeen because this book is my favorite of Ashely's books, other than Girl Made of Stars. But I just really like this story. Ivy is such a wonderful character. This is juvenile contemporary, and she's 12 years old, and I truly felt her struggles and her feelings of being invisible and stuff. I just really liked it, and the representation is through Ivy, who's a lesbian, and I just love her so much, and her story and just everything about this book is just so good. Again, another underrated author. I just love this story. It's just so good, and just so, oh my gosh, it's just so good, and I love it. I just love it. The next book on this list is called Lillian Duncan, written by Donna, Gephart. This is another juvenile contemporary book that follows 2 characters, Lily and Duncan. Lily is a transgender girl, and Duncan is dealing with bipolar disorder. And I love this book so much. It's just absolutely so good. I loved how Donna crafted the friendship between Lily and Duncan while still individualizing their individual stories. She did a good job of crafting both of their character development individually as well as doing a good job of like developing their friendship as a whole. Like I really like this story because of the friendship developed between Lillian Duncan as well as the good representation for a young audience. Like I love this book so much, and it's just so good, and it's so incredible, and I don't know like how many more times I'm going to say that. Like this book is just so good, and again it's just really underrated, so more people should read this book. The last book on this list is called The Gravity of Us by Phil Stample. This is about two teens who find love when both of their parents are involved in NASA's mission to Mars. You see the space reference in The Gravity of Us. You see it? I see it. Anyway, this book was so good. It's YA contemporary, and I ended up rating it 4 stars. And I'll link in the description below my recent reads video when I talked about it, because I think I read it now 2 or 3 months ago. Anyway, it's so good. It's so cute, and absolutely just such a good romantic contemporary debut. Like it's just so good, and after reading this book I will gladly read more books by Phil Stample. Like this book is just so good. Like I said before with all these previous books, I love this story as well as the realistic representation. Like these books are just so good and exquisite and wonderful, and The Gravity of Us is honestly like underrated too. Like I didn't hear any hype for it when it first came out, and it's just so good, and I just think that more people should read this story because it's just so good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below your favorite Pride book recommendations. Fun fact, today's video and Saturday's video were filmed today, the 16th of May, but I wanted this video to go up first just so that my Pride book recommendations video can be my first video of Pride Month, you know? So happy Pride Month, even though for me it's not even June yet. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below your favorite Pride book recommendations, and thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more. Bye, see you Saturday.